For most of my life, I lived scared. Not scared of what was happening, but scared of what might happen. I worried about failure, about being judged, about losing, about not being good enough. Night after night, I'd wake up at 3 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, replaying every mistake I'd ever made and every disaster that hadn't even happened yet. I wasted decades fighting ghosts that only existed in my head. Then life hit me for real. A serious health scare. The kind that makes you stop pretending you have unlimited time. And that's when something strange happened. I finally slept peacefully. Because I realized something that changed everything. Fear was never protecting me. Fear was the real enemy. Fear had been stealing my life long before anything else ever could. So I stopped hiding. I stepped into the real world and I started fighting back. Not perfectly, not confidently, but aggressively. I stopped waiting to feel ready. I stopped waiting for permission. I decided that if life was going to hit me, I was going to hit it back harder. And I had to ask myself a brutal question. Do I actually love what I say I want, or do I just love the idea of success? Because if you don't love the process, if you don't love the grind, the door will get slammed in your face over and over again. And without obsession, talent means nothing. I've seen incredibly gifted people quit because they weren't willing to suffer. And I've seen average people build empires because they were obsessed with getting better every single day. At some point, I got sick of myself, sick of my excuses, sick of being bored with my own life, sick of waking up and realizing I was living on repeat, same days, same problems, same results, and I finally admitted the truth. It wasn't bad luck holding me back, it was my habits. I was average because I was acting average.
Have you ever told yourself there has to be more than this? If you felt that, it's because there is more. But no one is going to hand it to you. You have to chase it. You have to go get it. And if you don't, life becomes comfortable, predictable, and quietly disappointing. Now here's the part no one likes to talk about. When you finally decide to change, you will fail a lot. You will try and fall flat on your face. You will want to quit. You will question yourself. And life will test you every single time to see if you really want what you say you want. Most people fail that test, not because they're weak, but because they get tired of hurting. I made a decision in one of my darkest moments. I'm done being the guy who almost made it. I'm done being comfortable with potential. I chose to be relentless, not motivated, relentless. I learned my why. I learned what I was fighting for. And then I focused on winning small battles every day. Not the big dream, but the daily discipline that eventually builds the dream. Because big victories are built on small, ugly, boring, painful daily wins. And let me tell you something important about pain. Pain is temporary. It might last a day, a month, even a year, but it always fades. Quitting, however, stays with you forever. Regret becomes part of your identity, and that weight is heavier than any struggle you'll face while chasing your goals. Everyone has a moment where they stand at a crossroads. One path is easier, it feels safer, it lets you stay the same. The other path is painful, uncertain, and demands everything from you. That's the turn back moment. That's where most dreams die. Before you choose to turn back, remember this. If you quit, the guarantee is simple, it will never happen. Not maybe, not someday, never. So I kept going. When I was tired, when I was scared, when no one was watching, when progress felt invisible. And slowly, things changed. Not overnight, but steadily, quietly. Until one day, I realized I wasn't the same man who used to wake up at 3 in the morning drowning in fear. I had become someone who trusted himself to handle whatever came next. And that's real success. Not money, not status, but knowing that no matter what life throws at you, you won't run anymore.
For a long time, I thought life was against me. Every problem felt personal. Every setback felt like proof that I wasn't meant to win. But the truth is, life was never happening to me, it was happening for me. Every rejection, every loss, every closed door was shaping me, forcing me to grow stronger, whether I liked it or not. Opportunities show up every single day. Not always in a pretty package. Sometimes they look like stress, pressure, or responsibility. And you've got two choices. Stay scared and avoid them, or step forward and take them. What I finally understood is this. The moment you give up on your dreams, what do you really have left? Just comfort? Just routine? Just slow decay? I used to believe other people were better than me. Smarter, more talented, more lucky. I told myself I didn't have what it takes. But here's what no one tells you. If you want something badly enough, you will find a way. And if you don't want it badly enough, you'll always find an excuse. Greatness isn't some rare gift handed to a chosen few. It's built by ordinary people who refuse to stay ordinary. The hardest war you will ever fight is not against the world, it's against yourself, against your habits, your doubts, your laziness, your fear of changing. Looking in the mirror and taking responsibility for your life is brutal. It hurts. Because now you can't blame anyone else. Now it's on you to learn, to improve, to be uncomfortable. And once you know your worth, you have no choice but to go out and demand it from life. But you better be ready to take hits. You better be ready to fail. And you better stop pointing fingers. Because blaming other people is the fastest way to stay exactly where you are. Cowards blame, warriors adapt. I failed more times than I can count, and yeah, it hurt. But failure didn't destroy me, it trained me. That's what life does. It breaks you down so it can rebuild you stronger. Without struggle, you're not really living, you're just existing.
And stop comparing yourself to everyone ahead of you. There will always be someone further along that will drive you crazy if you let it. Real success is not how far you've gone compared to others. It's how far you've come compared to who you used to be. Most people never unlock their real potential because they never study themselves. They never push themselves. They never test their limits. They never ask, what am I really capable of? There is so much inside you that has never even been touched yet. But the moment you start blaming the world for your unhappiness, that road ends in a dark place. Bitterness, addiction, numbing yourself just to survive the days. I've seen it. I almost lived it. You have to become obsessed with your craft. Not for applause, not for likes, but because you respect yourself enough to chase excellence. And here's the part that should scare you. We all get the same 24 hours, rich or poor, famous or unknown, and none of us know how many days we actually have left. You think you've got time. I thought that too. Then years disappeared. One day you look up and you're older, and those chances are gone forever. You cannot buy time back. So those dreams you keep delaying, those goals you keep pushing to someday, that day is now. Not next year, not next month, now. And when life gets dark, when you feel rejected, ignored, like nobody cares, understand this. It's not the whole world against you. It's one moment that you are turning into a lifetime story. Yes, reality can be painful, but most of the time, it's not as hopeless as your mind makes it seem. There is no such thing as failure, only redirection. When you're down in the hole, it feels like the end, and it's okay to hurt for a moment, but you do not live there. You learn, you adjust, and you rise again. Every mistake is shaping you into the person you need to become. If you want to be exceptional, you will be different. You cannot blend in and stand out at the same time. Fitting in creates internal pain because you're betraying who you are. Being different creates external pressure because people don't understand you. Either way, there is discomfort. So choose the discomfort that leads to growth. When people say you've changed, what they really mean is you've outgrown the version of you they were comfortable with. You'll be called crazy, obsessed, too intense, too driven. But funny how that changes once you start winning. Then suddenly you're inspiring. Suddenly you're focused. Same behavior, different results. And understand this, the workouts, the grind, the discipline, it's not just about building a body or making money. It's about building a mind that doesn't quit. A mind that doesn't fold when pressure shows up. A mind that keeps moving when motivation disappears. That's how you really change your life.